The morning they showed up with the moving truck and eviction papers, I watched from the wraparound porch of my grandparents' lake house on the western shore of Lake Tahoe. My father Robert, mother Linda, and sister Brooke marched up the gravel drive like they already owned the place, their faces set in that sharp, entitled way I'd seen since childhood. They believed the $4.2 million cedar home, 5 acres of pine-scented memories, was finally theirs to flip to developers. They had no clue their greed had walked them right into years of careful protection. My name is Emily Harper. At 32, I learned the hard way that family isn't always blood. It's the people who show up when it matters. The house wasn't just beams and glass. It was where Grandpa William and Grandma Evelyn raised me after my parents dropped me off at 7 and chased one failed Silicon Valley scheme after another. Summers turned into years on that dock. Grandpa taught me to sail through storms and wait for the right bite when fishing at dawn. "Patience builds what haste destroys," he'd say, his calloused hands steady on the tiller. Grandma showed me how to read people like the lake's changing moods, baking cinnamon rolls while sharing stories of honesty over easy money. They never lectured about wills. Instead, when Grandpa's heart scare hit 5 years ago, we sat at the kitchen table with a trusted estate attorney from South Lake Tahoe. We created an irrevocable trust. The property transferred immediately, with Grandpa and Grandma keeping full lifetime rights to live there. I became successor trustee. Doctors signed affidavits confirming sound mind and capacity. A no-contest clause was crystal clear: challenge it and forfeit any claim. It was all filed quietly at the county recorder's office, legal and bulletproof under California law. No one outside our circle knew. My parents visited rarely, always pushing upgrades or reverse mortgages. Brooke photographed rooms like an appraiser. I documented every hint in a journal, paid the taxes myself after law school, and kept the place running while building my elder law practice in Reno. After Grandma and Grandpa passed peacefully within months of each other, the vultures circled. The eviction papers claimed undue influence and incapacity. But I had neighbor affidavits from truckee families who'd seen me at every doctor's visit, security footage of their rare drop-ins, and the trust itself. In court, the judge reviewed the dated medical records and ruled in under an hour. The trust stood. The house stayed mine. My family left broken, their debts from betting on an inheritance that never existed weighing heavy. I could have slammed the door forever. Instead, months later, I mailed a simple Thanksgiving invitation. To my surprise, they came. No lawyers, just us. We sat on the dock at sunset. Dad stared at the water. I saw dollars instead of home. I was wrong. Brooke admitted the pressure she'd felt from them. Mom hugged me, tears real this time. We didn't erase the hurt, but we started small talks and shared memories. I kept the house as my grandparents intended, opening it for local senior coffee hours and teaching kids to fish each summer. The greatest lesson? Some legacies can't be sold or stolen. Protecting what matters means setting boundaries with love, and sometimes leaving the door cracked for those willing to grow. The lake still sparkles gold at dusk, but now it holds fresh stories, ones built on forgiveness, not victory. Blood may be thick, but chosen kindness runs deeper. And in the end, that's the inheritance worth guarding most.